And the saga continues. Once again, the media is pitting two women against each other, which you know we're fans of. Hashtag opposite day. So the Katy Perry Taylor Swift thing has been going on way too long.
Yeah.
I'm so over it, but let's talk about it. So here's the situation. Drake had his 30th birthday earlier this week in West Hollywood. Shockingly, our invitations got lost in the mail. It's okay, Drake. But Katy Perry and Taylor Swift, dare I say it, were in the same place at the same time. It's crazy, I know. But Page Six, which is a really reputable outlet, regardless of whether or not it's gossipy, said this, quote, they were put on opposite sides of the room, didn't even look at each other. Taylor came through the front door with Karlie Kloss and the Haim sisters, while Perry entered through the back door with a gang of friends who were inappropriately dressed for the formal affair. Katy and John Mayer chatted, but Taylor avoided both of them. Okay, first off, like, is this really a big deal?
No.
Have you guys ever been at a party where there's a million people
And you
maybe
didn't
one
talk to
person
one of them?
you didn't talk to?
Okay,
Yeah.
but it's not just not talking to, it's somebody that you've publicly fought with for a long time.
And avoided publicly for a long time.
And my thing,
That's true.
I didn't realize, like, on a smaller scale, if you two, or no, you weren't at the Streamies because you were out, you were already flying to Italy. But I was thinking, like, if in that room, I was like, oh, I know so many of these YouTubers have had beef with each other. So I was imagining it on a larger scale at an award show, thinking, oh my gosh, I can't imagine having publicly fought with somebody and then having to sit 2 tables away from each
Right.
other.
Yeah.
So if you're at Drake's birthday party, it's all celebrities, and you make eye contact with each other, I think that's pretty weird.
But here's the situation. The saga continues. So they're at the same party because Taylor went and talked to Drake. They're now dating. Duh. They're getting married.
She met his mom even.
Yeah, flash forward a few days later, Katy Perry had her birthday, which she celebrated by going to the Kanye concert, which sounds so fun. We all know Kanye and Taylor's current situation. This is like so incestuous. So Katy actually Snapchatted at the moment in Kanye's song when he references making Taylor Swift famous, sleeping with her, etc. The whole lyric for that song that you guys know.
Katy.
So she Snapchatted that moment, her face, and then just like, ooh, like made kind of a crazy face, which like, that's not a mistake.
Yeah.
That's meant to be
Definitely
seen by
not
everyone.
a mistake.
Is that the media pitting them against each other? Or
No.
is it that
Exactly.
themselves pitting each other against
Right.
each
No, she's
other?
playing on top of
Yeah,
this feud
I
to
don't
get
feel-
attention.
I don't
Exactly.
feel
And it
bad.
worked.
Yeah,
Here we are.
you don't pull out your phone on accident at the exact moment in a song that you knew exploded in the pop culture
Unless you're
world.
kind of drunk.
Well, yeah,
Well,
but you're
that's
still doing it
still doing it
intentionally.
Yeah.
You're just
intentionally.
doing it like a little whoopsie doopsie because you're drunk.
Yeah.
Like I'm not mad at Katy for doing that. By the way, their feud has been back and forth for years and years. I don't think it's the media's fault. I think it's they know exactly what they're doing, and they're doing it so that people pay more attention to each other.
Here's
Yeah,
my
like
thing
that.
though.
Probably
That-
planned. Maybe
Or-
they planned it.
Or Katy was
They're probably
actually
secretly best friends.
that would be
My
so
dream.
funny
I
if
would
they're
love
pulling
that.
one.
My
I look forward to that.
Sometimes I like to think that they
Yeah,
all
yeah,
are
yeah,
just
yeah.
in on it behind the scenes.
Like Katy was the producer of Bad Blood.
Yeah,
She got a
and,
paycheck
and
from
she
it.
like had the director earphones on. Like Taylor, maybe this. I always think that though, because even with like Rob and China, I feel like they're so fine behind the scenes and they're doing all of it for a show for
They
money
are.
for ratings.
I really believe that.
Yeah.
Really?
Kris
Oh, that makes me
Jenner.
feel so much better. I'm
Smart
really involved
woman.
in
Kris
it.
Jenner's puppeting that.
I feel like this is also maybe a case like that, but then I think Katy Perry, if that theory's not real, I feel like Katy Perry might be a little bit bitter because you guys remember she said she would collaborate with Taylor Swift
If she
If
apologized.
Taylor apologized, but then when Taylor she acted like that tweet was unseen in her life and didn't reply to it whatsoever. Now I'm thinking Katy's at a Kanye concert, maybe a little bit drunk after seeing her at Drake's party, being like, oh, I'm going to pull out my phone and do a jab because you never said you're sorry, so why not?
Get over it.
Yeah.
Who cares about Taylor Swift saying sorry? You are a queen on your own. You don't need Taylor Swift. You can do your own thing. I think there's so much more power in ignoring the nonsense. Like, you do you, Katy, because your fans care about you. They don't care about Taylor Swift. If they cared about Taylor Swift, they would only be Taylor Swift fans. They want to see you create new music, have your own collaborations, take over the world. Quit feeding into the system because you don't need it. You really don't.
It downgrades you. It diminishes you. Like, both of these women are fierce in their own
Yes.
right. Okay, you had some beef. stop picking at it.
Yeah.
Allow your music to speak for itself.
Yeah.
I don't know, do some philanthropy or like come out with your own fashion line or something. But like, I hate this easy like, oh, I want to be in a headline tomorrow. Let me go back to the
She's
Taylor
joining
Swift
the Demi
gig.
Lovato of cutting
Yeah.
down Taylor Swift. They're taking sides.
Man.
The only headline I want to see is Katy Perry's album release date.
Yes.
That's what I want to see. I'm
been a
dying
while.
for new music from her, and I saw her out this week.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Tell me all about it, Josh.
I was at Bar Bouchon, and suddenly paparazzi were all around me, and I was like, what's going on? Is this the end of the world? And then Katy Perry walked past me and did a pirouette. She just like
What? She just did a
angelically
pirouette?
floated through the Beverly Hills Bouchon. It was very interesting. I felt like it never happened, and I was like, oh, hello, Katy Perry. What's up?
The only thing that would have been better is if she would have been singing one of her hit songs while she was doing a
She's
twirl.
like, I want roar as she walked past. Yeah, that's what she said.
And I love how you act like everyone knows what Bar Bouchon is.
They don't. It's like it's in Beverly Hills because
Just
you
a
know
cute
I'm
little,
so
like,
fancy.
cafe.
I
Whatever.
can't afford to drink anything there.
You know who walked past me 5 minutes later?
What?
This one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shane and I, we were literally
No.
walking past. We see Jocelyn, and they're like, "Wah!" And I was, "Ah!" And then she was like, "We
That's
just saw
so
Katy Perry, and now we're
funny.
seeing you."
It's kind of a happening place. Justin Bieber lived there for a long time. My church was in that
That
Did
hotel.
you
hotel.
see famous people there
At
at
my
your church?
church.
Oh,
yeah,
have you
all
not
the
heard her
time.
I've
stories?
never been to that
Oh,
church.
Justin Bieber almost ran over me on a hoverboard once.
Dreams.
No, and like I literally didn't
Is it
know it was
though?
him, and I was like, oh. I looked up, I was like, it's good, you're cool. I like it. If you don't want it, I'll take it from you.
All
I
right.
had a Katy Perry experience, but it was much less glamorous. I was bartending at Rihanna's birthday party several
What?
years ago.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And Katy Perry, this was right after her divorce. And she was in all the headlines, and I just shot a video of her that day. And she shows up to the party dressed like a freaking queen. With like, she was wearing a unitard and like 1,000 rings. And she showed up with her own bottle of wine. And she's like, can you stash this behind the bar? I don't want to drink any of the hard alcohol. And I was like, no
cool.
way.
I love
She comes
her.
back 5 minutes later. She's like, can I have 9 shots of vodka? And I was like, sure.
She's
And at the end of
awesome.
the day, she gave me the wine. And I drank it here
Wow.
on set the next day.
That's
That's
great.
so
I love that
cool.
story.
I
But
love
much less
that
glamorous than
so
Barbara
See,
Streisand.
much.
she doesn't need Taylor Swift.
No.
She doesn't need him.
We're
Yeah, that girl that was bartending 8 years ago.
I can't wait to meet her one day. I'm sure she'll remember.
All right, you guys, let us know in the comment section below what you think about Katy and Taylor's feud. Will it ever end? And then you can click over to the left to get the details on all these crazy, scary Halloween accidents.
I don't know, that sounds weird. Or click to the right to learn about a bunch of ugly things guys love about girls. What?
Yep.
What?